second. So I'm putting an art line together, and the three main things that we need is our normal saline bag, 500, our pressure monitoring kit, and our 6-inch pressure tubing kit. So once we have those, we're going to open our saline bag and our monitoring kit. We're going to spike it, but we're going to make sure we get all the air out of it before we begin the next step. So when you're doing this, you just want to make sure you get as much of the air out as possible. It's almost impossible to get it perfect, so as long as it's pretty dang near close, you should be okay. And then make sure you close off the line. Alright. And you might always have a teeny bit of air up there, but there's nothing to worry about. We're going to make sure the line's all the way flushed through. So we're going to hang our bag. And then when you hang this, make sure you have the connection for the actual art line to the anesthesia machine pointing down. And once we have that set up, we're going to grab our other piece of our kit right here. And if it doesn't have a three-way stopcock at the end of it, then you know it's not the right piece. So we're going to take the white cap off, connect it to this end, and those are the main pieces we need. This is all we need actually for our art line. So the next steps are all going to be just flushing the different ports and the line to make sure we have no air. So first, before we do that, we are going to make sure we pressurize the bag. And just pump it up till you get to the green. There we go. And once we've done that, unless I have somebody helping me, I kind of stick it over the side here so I don't spill water all over the floor. And you're going to want to take this end here. We're going to hold the chamber up because we're going to need to make sure we get all the air out of there. Open your line up. And then I also like to squeeze the chamber. Make sure we get that as full as possible. Alright. So we're going to pull the little plunger here and start the process. And you're going to want to tap this multiple times to get any little bubbles that are in there. So since that's where a majority of them will tend to hide. Alright, we flush from that end. We're going to flush from this end now. I like to start down here first. Take the blue cap off. And we're going to do from this end also. Turn the stopcock up. Make sure you put your cap back on. And I also like to just give another run through before, to make sure. And then you need to make sure you compress your chamber after you've flushed it all the way through and both ends. Make sure you just squeeze here. And we're going to squeeze all the water out of there. And once we do that, I still like to give another plunge just to make sure, and just kind of inspect your line to make sure there's no obvious air bubbles in there. And then once you're done doing that, you're basically set. And you can take this to the anesthesiologist and just make sure you take your supplies.
Thanks, Andre.